Here are the most important lessons that I've learned in my first year of business. This is in no specific order and there is no numbered list. It just is what it is, so I'm gonna talk about them and you're gonna listen. So first things first, let's cut the bullshit. Scared money don't make no money. And what I mean by that is, if you are afraid to put yourself out there and take action on anything pertaining to your business, you're not gonna make money. And a specific example to that is something like door knocking or cold calling or DMing people. I remember when I first started my business, I was so afraid to do any of those. I had never gone to somebody's storefront offering my services. I had never DM'd somebody out of nowhere just to try to get business. I've never done any of that. So conditioning myself and training myself to be able to do it has been one of the toughest things, but it is one of the best revenue generating tasks that you can do within your business. So that's the first one, scared money don't make no money. That tree has many fucking branches. So that means that applies to a lot of different parts of your business. Number two, this branches off right from the first one, is people buy from people. And what I mean by that is it's much easier to sell yourself than a product. And on top of that, it's much easier to sell to somebody in person than over the phone. Now, assuming everybody else is like me as well, a lot of Gen Z and younger people like to hide behind the screen and do everything through the phone because it limits actual interaction. And the truth is, old people don't do that. And guess what? Old people are the people with money. So if I'm going to a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old, they're not all about being online chronically and texting, trying to work out a deal. They're about being in person and being on phone calls. So when you're going about building your business, remember that the people that you are targeting, being older people or people with an actual income, they don't operate in the same manner that you do. So they're not working out deals through the phone. They're usually doing it with sit downs or maybe an actual phone call. Number three, under promise and over deliver. This is the most important fucking thing, honestly, because it makes you seem larger than life. If somebody comes into the project with some type of presumption of less than, and you're able to provide more than, there's a higher rate that they're going to refer you to somebody. There's a higher rate of satisfaction. Overall, your client is going to be much happier if you over-deliver. Number four, upgrade your equipment as fast as possible. I say this not because equipment matters too much on creating a great product. It's because your competition has all the shit that you need. If you're going against somebody such as myself that has a pretty strong kit, whether it's lighting or the camera or the lens, it's going to be much harder if you don't have those things, because ultimately, somebody else's quality will be better than yours just by default. I noticed this specifically when I went from an 8-bit camera to a 10-bit camera. And what that basically means is that one camera has more dynamic range and more colors in it than the other. Definitely upgrade your kit, upgrade your lights, upgrade your camera, upgrade your lenses, and upgrade whatever the fuck you need to, because it's gonna help in the long run as long as you utilize it. Number five, always be learning. A lot of people think that they're masters and that they're great and that they kind of can just chill out. But to be honest, everybody's always getting better. So again, with the competition, you have to be able to beat them. You have to be able to do better and provide a better product, or else you're gonna be left behind. And a lot of photographers that are a bit older are stuck in this way where they learned how to shoot on DSLRs and certain older flashes and shit like that. And their photos just never look as quality as somebody shooting on a mirrorless camera with the fucking new Godox AD600 Pros and all this other shit. Truth be told, they may be good technically with their techniques and what types of modifiers they use, but ultimately their photo won't be as clear. They won't get as good or accurate colors. There won't be as much detail. There are cameras with literally fucking 100 megapixels. DSLRs don't really do that shit, so you have to upgrade your gear as time goes on. Number six, be a one-stop shop for people. This is really important because if you're able to provide as many services as you can to your targeted niche specifically, then one, you'll get a lot more money and you'll make the client's process a lot easier. For instance, say I'm a real estate photographer and I work with real estate agents. If I only provide real estate photography, the HDR shit, maybe some flash, then that's cool and everything, but I'm a one-trick pony and it's gonna limit how much I can make from each job. Now, if I do real estate photography, videography, I shoot with drones, I also do 3D floor plans and different shit like that, then I'm a one-stop shop. My order value will be above $1,000 and people will trust in my ability to deliver. So definitely try to acquire as many skills to become a one-stop shop as possible. Number seven, build a personal brand. Now, this is one of the most important things because it has pretty much changed my life in a way. Having somewhat of a social presence online, especially Instagram, is super crucial and important because one, it allows you to be discoverable. Nobody wants to sit there outreaching to people constantly. If you're able to be found online, then you're giving yourself opportunity to make money. I know for myself, with building a personal brand, the reason why I did is so that people would trust me. And guess what? A certain amount of people do trust me. When they see my account, they say, okay, this is a guy that does videos and photos. And then when they go through my account, they see I'm actually really good and I have people that I've worked with in the past. They're tagged, I'm tagged in their post. And on top of that, I have client testimonials, which is the next one, which ultimately helped me to build my business. Client testimonials and referrals. These are so important because it builds trust automatically. If somebody sees a familiar face saying, this guy's fucking good, guess what? It's gonna make your job a lot easier to acquire that client. You won't be sitting there twiddling your thumbs waiting to see if somebody thinks that you're good or not. If somebody that they know already says that you're fucking good, then they're gonna believe that you're fucking good and there won't be a doubt in their mind about it. So definitely focus on testimonials and the referrals. Just ask your clients, hey, refer me. Number 9, build a portfolio. Obviously, this is super important because you need a portfolio to get hired for shit. Whether it's real estate photography or you're getting hired out as a DP for a project or as a cinematographer or you're getting hired to do an event, you need some type of portfolio to show the client, this is what I've been able to do and this is what I can do for you. If you don't have a portfolio, the only clients you're gonna get are pity clients or clients that don't really have a budget and they just need something and you're probably charging less than $100 for the entire thing. If you want to grow your business, grow your portfolio first, and that's why a lot of people recommend the whole free shit, which is cool or whatever, but I would just probably go with doing shit for really cheap and go from there, because if you're doing things for free all the time, people are gonna start to associate you with just being the free guy that doesn't charge for his work. Number 10, learn how to speak to people. This is so fucking important in life in general. If you don't know how to fucking speak to people, then you're just fucking autistic. I shouldn't say that, but you're just, if you don't know how to speak to people, you're just going to lose out on life. And I know for myself, I'm hella introverted and I used to never speak to people, and I really don't like to speak to people and I don't do it often, but I do it because it's a means to an end. I know that I have to speak to people to get money, and you will too. You can't go mute or anything like that to build a business. You have to learn. You can still be an introvert and not hang around people or not be out in social situations, but you have to learn and talk to people to actually get business. So that's definitely one thing that you have to learn, is learn how to talk to people. And on top of that, learn how to speak corporate jargon and shit like that. Whatever niche you're going into, just try to figure out the type of words that they use, fucking EBITDA or cash flow, or for real estate example, like, you know, when people say I'm under contract or they start talking about comps and shit like that. There are so many different niches and different things that you have to take into account, but learn how to speak their language and speak that language to them, especially when you're pitching or creating proposals and pitch decks and shit like that. It's super important to use their language so they understand what you're trying to do for them and they get a clear view of the vision that you have for them. Number, I don't fucking know. Don't rely on your clients. That is super important because I've made that mistake many times where I will have a retainer and they will be paying me a decent amount, $600 a week or some shit like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I have, you know, some type of consistent income, and then they don't follow through with it. I'm calling them saying, hey, are you guys ready to film today? No answer. Or, you know, one day a place closes and you didn't even fucking know. That's happened to me. A whole bunch of weird shit can happen. So when you're going about building your business, don't rely on one client, and also always be building your clientele up. Don't get 2 clients and they're taking up all your time and you're kind of like, oh, like I'm good. Like I'm making like $1,000 a week from these 2 clients. Like I can rest now. No, don't fucking do that. Always be building it, because one client, you have to assume that they're gonna fucking drop out or that some bullshit is gonna happen, or else you're gonna be stuck. And also, if you're like, well, what if I don't have the bandwidth to carry on 5 or 6 or 7 clients? Guess what? That's the point where you start to build your business and you hire people. You hire another videographer, you hire an editor. Definitely don't rely on 1 or 2 clients. Try to spread it out as much as you can and build your business, bro, because it'll bite you in the ass like it has fucking bit me in mine. Damn. All right, next one. I forget the number again. Consistency. You gotta be fucking consistent when you're building a business. Like, if you're on and off, if you're like, I don't have time, or like, you know, I'm just not feeling motivated and shit like that, then you're not gonna fucking build a business at all. Like, you know, you gotta stick with it, bro. And the thing about building a business, and even this is important when it comes to running ads also, is you constantly have to be showing up for people. You constantly have to show your face to people. Somebody that sees your ad doesn't usually take action until seeing your face fucking 7 times. Like, that's kind of crazy, but that's something that you have to keep into account is, you know, be consistent with the shit that you're doing, or else it's not gonna fucking work. The next one is contracts. Yeah, have contracts no matter what it is, really. Like, even if it's not like approved by a lawyer or signed or looked over by a lawyer, just fucking have a contract just so you can like send the shit just in case anything does happen. Like, you have something there, and if your contract doesn't hold up in the court of law, so fucking be it, but at least have something. I know for myself, sometimes I may be a little lazy to get a contract signed, or I might, you know, this, that, or I might miss something or look over something. There's been a couple times where I forgot to have a model sign a model release form, and I'm like, I forgot, but usually it's worked out far so fine. So, you know, God forbid that happens. The next one is volume negates luck, and that kind of ties into some of the other shit that I said prior. If you do some shit enough times, you will win. It's impossible to do something consistently over a period of time and it not do anything for you. Every single day for 365 days outside, I live in New York, so say I'm in New York City filming every fucking day, right? There's gonna be at least one person that comes up to me and says, what the fuck are you filming? And then I get the chance to give them my card. I mean, anytime I go out there, I have people fucking come up to me and ask me either what am I filming, or they say Roll Tide, because I have this Alabama hat that I wear all the time. You can't do something every fucking day and not get a result. You might be ass at it, but you'll get a result eventually, even if you're ass at it, I promise you. And then next thing is have healthy competition. And that's the last thing, actually. Have healthy competition. Whether it's with a family member, a peer, or the competition that you see online, have some type of competition, because sometimes it'll give you the drive to go a little bit extra hard. Not as like an envious competition type of thing, but it's like friendly competition in the fact that, okay, everybody else went to college and did whatever route they took. I wanna make sure that I'm either on par or doing better than them so I can justify not going to school and pursuing my own thing. Have some type of competition with somebody in the world, even if they don't fucking know about it. Some people may find it weird. The battery's dying on that shit. Some people may find it weird, but truth be told, it can really help you in terms of just like fucking, you know, having motivation, bro. And having motivation ain't bad. A lot of people would be like, you know, you gotta have discipline. Yeah, discipline, not motivation. Who gives a right, mama? Yeah, it's like, you know, who gives a fuck, you know? Sometimes you need a little bit of motivation. You need a little oomph in your step, you know? It doesn't always have to be discipline. Yeah, discipline. Fuck that. Anybody that watched all the minutes of this video, I don't know how long the final thing is gonna be. I appreciate you for watching it, and I hope that whatever business you're doing now, whether it's like, you know, photography, videography too, or some other shit, I hope you find success in it. Yeah, so these are the mistakes and the lessons that I've learned in my first year of owning a business at 21. Technically, my LLC hasn't been created for more than a year, but I've been working with cameras and shit for a year now, so I have credibility. Other than that, have a good one.